was a sight for my soul.
Hey guys, it's me, Elaine again, getting you guys the video you requested on my Instagram. You guys wanted to learn how to count macros, so I'm gonna tell you how I count my macros, how you can start counting your macros, and we can all get macro friendly. Things you need for tracking macros. You need a food scale. This one we ordered on Amazon. It's for like less than $20. Any food scale will do. This one's digital. There's some that are more manual that we'll read. Also, you need a calculator. I just use my phone. Also, MyFitnessPal is a great app. It's free. You just can simply scan something and it'll tell you, you enter how much you had, and then it tells you what the macros are, how much fat, protein, carbs. Why do I want to track macros? Is it for performance? Is it for weight loss? Are you cutting for something specific? If you're cutting weight for a competition that has weight classes? Are you trying to bulk? Are you just want general health? General health? Whatever it is, I'm going to help you get there. You know? Whatever it is, you can do it. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna dive right into what are these macronutrients. The first thing is protein. Proteins help build beef, and basically how much should you be getting in a day? It depends. In general, 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein a day. So for example, if I weigh 120 pounds, roughly 120 grams. So also I recommend protein sources. That you would vary the protein sources because not all amino acids are alike, and so you want to vary it as much as possible. For example, for me on a typical day, I always start my day with egg whites, and so those proteins are different from maybe I'll do chicken breast later or turkey breast or maybe some lean ground beef, some steak, tuna, fish, salmon, sardines, and you want to go for like lean meat protein sources. Obviously, like that's not always feasible, but as much as possible try to stay with the lean meats such as lean ground beef. This one, I apologize, I already ate this, but this is 93% lean ground beef, 7% fat that we bought. You can buy it anywhere, Safeway. This one happens to come from Whole Foods. It was about $9 for this package. And this one, 23 grams of protein per 4 ounces. So now we're going to talk about fats. Fats are very important. Fats are good for recovery. Fats are good for making you feel happy because they're responsible for making hormones. And for us ladies, it's very important to keep us regular. And fats are just really important. And they're really delicious. And it keeps things moving smoothly, if you know what I mean. So, let's go into fats. Fats, how much should you be eating a day? In general, somewhere between 50 to 80 grams a day. That will depend on your goals. If healthy fats like avocado, also fats, egg yolk has fat. So each egg has no carbs, has again 6 grams of protein, but if you eat the egg yolk and not just the whites, you're gonna get the fat, which is 1.5 gram of fat, which isn't really that much. But yeah, so eggs have fat, olive oil, coconut oil, there's nut butters, peanut butter, there's I use heavy cream in my coffee, my little guilty pleasure. It's not one of the healthy fats, but it's what makes me happy. Fat. So, now we're getting to the big kahuna, carbs, baby! So carbs are also what makes me personally very happy. Carbs get a bad rap. People think that if you want to lose weight, if you want to look good, you got to cut out the carbs. But that is actually a myth. So carbs are very good for energy. They fuel your workouts. But you do have to be creative with how you're going to set up your carbs. What I noticed for me works best is I tailor it to my training and my rest days. So If I'm training a day and it's high volume, I increase my carbs and I eat a lot of the carbs around my workout. If I am having a rest day and I'm just doing something light, then I decrease my carbs. And so on the days that I take my carbs down, I would put my fats up a little higher. So I make up the calorie difference that way. So for carbs, you want to keep it somewhere between 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. So for example, like me, 120 grams of carbs a day, that's about for a light workout. If I were resting today, I would take my carbs down somewhere between 80 to 100 and keep my fats around 60. Let's talk about timing. So what I personally do is I eat my meal that has a lot of my carbs before my workout, like an hour or an hour and a half before my workout. And then during my workout, probably towards the later end when I'm about to start, towards the end of my cleans or when I'm about to do my squats, then I'll start sipping on my shake, my protein shake. I think this has like NSF Safe Sport on it, so I do compete in weightlifting, so I just want to make sure, just in case you get randomly drug tested at some point, that you are eating clean. If you're asking, what if I'm on a special diet? What if I can't tolerate casein or whey? There's so many diets out there. There's paleo, there's keto, there's RP, gluten-free, dairy-free. There's carb cycling, which I tried that. That was interesting. There's intermittent fasting, zone diet, plant-based, vegan, Whole30, flexible dieting, or if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, which I was and am. So again, as I'm ending this video, I just want to give you guys some simple tips, which is 1, do not be too strict. Start by just tracking what you're already eating. You don't want to just go ahead and change your whole diet in one day. Don't be too strict. Just start by tracking what you're already eating, and then you can tweak it from there, little things here and there. And sometimes people don't really have time to prepare all the meals. That's okay. Don't be discouraged. If you mess up one day, just pick it up the next day. And if you do have a goal and you set your macros at a certain amount and you weigh yourself in a couple weeks time and you're not getting to that goal, don't freak out. You can tweak your macros, maybe cut down some fat, maybe cut down some carbs, maybe, put up your carbs, take down your fats on certain days. But don't be afraid to tweak your macros. It's your diet, and everybody's body responds differently to food. Also, don't be alarmed if your weight is fluctuating a lot. Every time you make any change to your diet, your weight can fluctuate depending on how dehydrated you are. If you had a lot of sodium content in your macros that you ate, that tends to hold on to a lot. Don't just take your weight as your measure of success. I would also take measurements, or if you want to, try on some clothes, or, you'll see the difference once you start tracking your macros. And this is the first video out of a series I'm going to be making about diet. It's a lot. Basically, what you want to do now is just calculate how many grams of protein, fats, and carbs you're going to have every day. And keep training. Train hard. Eat good. Count your macros. Taking more accountability for your diet and your body. See you in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Leave comments down below. And I'll see you in the next diet video. Okay. I'm done.